Hello, hello. Welcome to today and today's message of love. Maybe, potentially. Well, yes, why not? Let's intend it so. Love messages. Got some beautiful lilacs from the garden because we only have them for a short period of time. So we'll get on it. Oh, and I remembered to charge my moon. So let's put that on. Okay, let's check in with the Arcturians first and see what they have for us today. Where are we going? Where do we need to go? What do we need to look at? What do we need to think about? What do we need to consider and or marinate on? Aha. I think this is rebirth. Oops. Rebirth. The energy of rebirth helps you release old things. It helps you to get familiar with everything new, thus enabling you to get used to your new reality. We all die to be reborn. This is our biggest challenge. Okay. Okay, we are reborn. Yes, anew, fresh and anew. Every day is an opportunity to set the intention for yourself and be a little bit better than you were the day before, thus releasing an old version of you as the new one emerges, as the new one steps forth and claims the day, right? Okay, let's get the runes here as a compliment. And a compliment. We've got Isa. So we're getting some messages coming swinging around again here till we figure it out. Isa is about pulling in your energy to, well, we'll just let Isa speak for themselves here. Okay, stillness, self-control, focus, stability, and stasis. As the temperature drops, the bat quiets and turns inward. The business of life comes to a standstill, and she uses this in-between period for self-reflection and to build inner strength for when it will all start again. She pulls all her awareness and resources in towards herself, concentrating her power. Isa not only sounds like the word ice, it also means ice and is the symbol of Ai, or the self. In many Northern European cultural traditions, ice is the formative element and the essence of all things. Isa is a very strong rune with an element of danger. The inward facing, quieting stillness can lull you to sleep, and in the bitter cold, sleep can bring death. The message of Isa is one of finding inner strength, self reliance, self awareness, and self acceptance. It halts activity until a change is made, whether from within or without. So this is like a going in, recharging, regenerating, but also like a recentering and like a board meeting that you call with yourself, and there's a open communication going on where all the parts and components are sharing their information so that everybody has all the information. So it's like a re-empowering of self, right? Because everybody's on the same page, everybody's working with the same information, and then when it comes time for the next move, it's a little more consolidated, the energy in tandem and all that jazz. It's interesting to consider your body like a corporation and your higher self, your ego. Um, and I'm pretty sure your inner child also has a place at the table, right? Everybody's got a place at the table. Everybody gets to chat and have their piece be heard, pitch their ideas, right? That's probably the maximum amount of things I know about corporations. Okay, let's get down into it here. Okay. There we go. Wow. So, okay, this is like a spark of inspiration, a spark of creativity, a spark of something new. Okay. And it being part of this wheel of fortune. Okay. Turning in your favor. So that's beautiful. And it requires being open to the messages from your divine spirit team, the signs and synchronicities, and stepping out of your comfort zone, your safe space, but mindfully, right? When the signs push you, when the nudges push you, this is kind of like the going within, recharging, and then when you're ready, taking the steps. Okay, we've got looking at things from a different perspective, and I think this is contributing to where the spark of it's like an epiphany, a realization. This could even be a recognition of your own power to move forward, to move out, to recognize signs and symbols, right? To turn your own wheel in your favor. Okay, this is dedication. I'm really getting that dedication to self and the things that hold you back. But this one has been changing for me. It used to be like pride and fear that hold you back here, but I've been really seeing this person like full of ideas, full of color, full of all these like dots, and it's like it's like a forced, um, a self-imposed rest period, right? Like take a break. You've been go 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 go. Here, lie on this beach, right? And it's also reaching for this wheel of fortune. So I'm getting like you don't have to try so hard. Um, you just have to turn how you see things, right? Your perspective, how you interact with things. This really does affect the energy, and the energy is what turns the wheel, right? Okay, so we've got discernment and boundaries here. So this is the boundaries necessary for dedication and the discernment. I feel like this is the queen who's like, take a break, right? It's like the higher self coming in and being like, okay, ego, great work, but I need you to take an extended weekend this week. Go have a long weekend. Go take that spa day. But I can't. There's all this stuff I got to do. You can do it the next day. It'll still be there for you to do next week, and it'll be fine. But until then, go power up, right? Because part of this new, this rebirth, right? Like babies, they absorb so much, which is why they sleep a lot, right? It's that balance. They need to allow their body and their systems to process all the information. Um, and so your resting, your dedication to your self care, this is what is going to help calm and steady your internal enough for you to hear the sparks, to see and recognize the subtle messages from the divine, from the universe, from your ancestors, right? Signs and synchronicities. They're there. They're everywhere when you look, and they kind of multiply the more you see them. But that's an indication that you're on the right frequency to receive. And that's where you want to be. Okay, we've got an overflowing cup. This is your pathway to overflowing cup, and the emperor is hiding behind the overflowing cup. So this is you or someone in your energy field who is a master, an overflowing cup. So congratulations if this is you, if you are the overflowing cup. Okay, you've worked really, really hard to get there. And this message is reminding you, in your new birth stage, you're coming out as this emperor, which is having to master all the kings and queens of the board, right? To become the emperor, to become the overflowing cup. And you deserve peace. You deserve rest. Okay. And this is the action man, right? So the moving on the messages, moving on, taking action on the signs and synchronicities. It's giving me that kingfisher, right? Sitting perched above the water, and the entire body is resting. The eyes are still going, the eyes are still seeing, and it sees that little flash, that glimmer, whatever it looks for under the surface of the water that suggests moving on it. And then they go. They take the action and they move. Okay. And so this is love, divine union. This is two cups, two overflowing cups. So it could be this move uh, is like a doubling up. And this double up is like a supersized tsunami overflow kind of a double up situation. I want to put it here because we've got the 1, 2, 3 of cups here. So it's like an increasing. And yeah, if this is anything that's holding you back, or if this is a imposed, self-imposed tempering, I guess, take it easy. Everybody be cool. Don't rush. Um, then that feels right. Yes, I'll allow it. I do believe it is part of the Wheel of Fortune because, love, balance, overflow, doubling up, these are all fortunate things, right? And celebratory, worth celebrating. Okay. What else we got here? So yeah, you could very well have just rebirthed yourself into this emperor here. And you're a baby. You're a baby. So you need lots of rest in between. Okay, this here, the Six of Swords, I tell ya, I feel like because it's attached to divine inspiration or sparks of creativity, inspiration, epiphanies, and dedication, and coming out of the comfort zones, this is kind of like a dedication to the things that you have going for you, which may be somehow attributing or will contribute to whatever this great idea is that you're going to have here, or spark of inspiration. It could be also somebody in your energy field who lights a fire under your butt that moves you towards your destiny, right? Okay, I'm not quite sure why I said move towards your destiny, but maybe it is part of your destiny for this wheel to turn in your favor here. Okay. We take what comes out. Okay, I kind of want to know more about this Ten of Swords if we need to. So, past experiences. So, I'm getting the sense of picking and choosing what you put your energy into. Okay, and there could be some signs and synchronicities from your ancestors that can help you recognize. Okay, but you're a discerning queen here. Um, so like if you're working with certain clients or um, you know, however it makes sense for you, if you're resonating with this, um, and you get this feeling from this client that is like, "Ugh, I felt that before, and it ended up not working out." So instead of taking that client on, being like, sorry, and passing them off. And that's that recognizing. This is that checking in with self with what feels right and what doesn't, right? Like you could waste a lot of time and energy on a client that, you know, is not whatever one for you for whatever reason. And you've had enough experiences in the past to be able to recognize those people, right? Like I knew somebody who was a landscaper and they would meet their client and they could tell right away if they were going to have someone who's going to be standing beside, them at every move being like, do it this way. No, don't do it that way. Do it this other way. Right. They want it done in a particular way that is not what that particular person does. And so because of experience, this business owner was able to be like, oh, yes, you need somebody else. And I'm not going to be able to be the one that helps you with this. So good luck, goodbye, thank you, and farewell. Right? Okay, we had the Four of Cups coming, Four of Wands. Interesting. I said Four of Cups because we've got these cups coming out like crazy. But I feel like the wands here. This is the 1111. This is joy, abundance, balance, stability, um, and long-lasting. This is union also. Okay, this is like emotional stability, and I feel like your dedication and ability to see things differently. Also, this hangman one talks about it's the Isa, right? It's the knowing when to move and when to consolidate, when to recharge, and this is what's contributing to your balance and your joy, which makes sense, right? Like if you're over giving and overextending, and there's extra stress because you took on jobs that or people or circumstances, whatever the case may be, that are draining you, or you're having to work extra for, instead of cutting them loose and saying no, thank you, right? Um, yeah, I lost it, but I feel like you get what I'm saying here. Okay, so we've got some beautiful things happening on this board here so far. I don't know why I keep calling it a board today. I feel like it's the first time I've ever referred to it as a board. Okay, so this is your active participation in joining your masculine and feminine energies within. Okay, this could very much be this dedication to yourself, to the internal and external, to your thinking, feeling, and acting, right? And I feel like this dedication needs to go here with your boundary setting, because these boundaries, well, are necessary when it comes to being um, consistent, being dedicated, and the rewards of that are also worth it, right? And being in this stable, joyful place, that is more likely going to spark all kinds of things: creativity, inspiration, understandings, aha moments, right? Epiphanies, mind blowing epiphanies that change you and, you know, contribute to the death of the old and the rebirth of the new. Anybody else want to come out here? Oh, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant speaks about a divine contract, like a sacred ceremony, um, something binding, lifelong, and it also speaks about like someone who is very good at what they do. Someone who has a certain level of insight. This would be like your CEO of your company, right? The one who holds the big picture, and and I feel like this is here because I feel like your experience is what leads to a certain level of expertise, right, in whatever field. Um, and that's why that like sacred contract and stuff is involved in there, or because when you learn things, it's really hard to unlearn them, right? They become a part of your makeup. They become a part the new information that you've learned, right? And so this could be your union with self, your dedication and sacred union to self. But this could also be an opportunity, because that's the other thing with the Ace of Cups here is, yes, you're the overflowing cup, but it also can be like an offer, right? It's the hand is in offering mode, like, here, drink from this cup. And it came with this Emperor. So it could be that someone may be coming in to turn the wheel in your favor that's going to, double up and contribute to all this gorgeousness. And it's going to be a long lasting. So if it's a job offer, right, it's going to be like a career of a lifetime or job opportunity that completely changes your life that you'll be able to do for as long as you want, right? If this is a person, it could be like till death do us part kind of a situation. Okay, and it's also linked to the information, the signs and synchronicities. Your spirit team could be leading you towards there through your experiences, perhaps. And a tower. Towers are a necessary part of the rebirth process. Okay, this is the tearing down of the old structure so the new structure can be born. This is the breaking of the water so that the baby can have clear passage to be born, right? And towers are a result of the process of becoming balanced. And if this is an offer that's coming in, something, these things, like just like the spark, right? It's like if you're sitting in a dark room and somebody sparks a match, that flash of light is like a tower where it just chases all the shadows away. And for that brief second, you can see everything in that room, right? So towers can also be epiphanies, a sense of clarity. But typically, they're also like a complete overhaul, a renewal, a ba-boom moment where after that, nothing is the same. Which, if this offer is coming in here, then that's exactly what it's going to do if you choose to take it, because we all have free will, right? And this is why it's important for you to be in a balanced state and have get your rest so that you are in a receiving mode, right? Babies that get overstimulated and don't take the time to nap, they get really cranky and they cry a lot and they can't see through their tears, right? You could be offering them exactly what they want and they're too busy crying and being upset, right? But if they were well rested, then and you try to give it to them, they'd be like, oh, thank you, I love this, or they'd be like, whatever babies do. Okay, and we got this King of Pentacles here. So this is a stability in your physical realm. Okay, so I feel like whatever this tower represents for you in your world, it is going to result in a certain amount of stability for you. Okay, and that makes sense if this is like a job opportunity, that is something that you love to do and that you commit to for the rest of your life. It's, you know, one of the things is probably that it is a stable situation for you. Okay, and I feel like that's celebrated and discernible, right? You will be able to see the things that are going to bring you stability and things that aren't, right? Not all offers are for you. Not all things that come your way are going to be for you. And it's really important that you are in the right headspace and well rested in order to determine and receive. Okay. Is there any other messages from this deck that want to come out for this reading? Oh, that one and that one. Okay, well, this one are people, and this is the going within. Okay, so I feel like this is validating that people are going to be drawn in to you and are going to want to be a part of it in some way. And just don't get overwhelmed with all of the things. Okay, this Four of Cups is like, really look at everything here, really look within, really check in with your nervous system, right? Like, say these are all clients that want to work with you, and you're like, okay, let me just feel these out and see which clients I want to work with, right? So I kind of feel like that's what makes you an emperor and a hierophant and a master. And experience, right? Experience will also allow you to be able to feel out which clients are for you and which ones aren't. And your ability to check in with self, how you feel. You know, just because somebody messages you doesn't mean you have to respond right away. Okay, because you have done so much work, and your work is valuable, and people are coming to you because they recognize that. And so take the time. Take the time. A lot of the times we're like, oh, if I don't respond right away, they're going to ask somebody else. Well, that could be the case, and then it wasn't meant for you, right? But also, don't rush. I had a client once. I have my processes, and booking deposits are a part of the process. And so I always say I will confirm your booking once the deposit has been received. Meaning, if I don't receive the deposit, you're not booked, right? And anyways, I had it all. Once you're booked, you go on my calendar when we're talking about it as under red, and then as soon as I receive your, like, once you're booked, then I turn it to green. Like, it's just part of my process. Anyways, I got this phone call from an angry father saying that I was supposed to be there, la la la, and I called them right away because it was just like this, what? Oh my God. I didn't stop and think about it for a second and reassess and figure things out. I just called them. And so while I'm on the phone with them, I'm trying to figure out who they were, what the booking was, like all of these things that I should have done prior. So I'm doing it on the phone. And the guy ended up accusing me of being on drugs because I was like, what day is it? Like, I was so unprepared. And, eventually I was able to say, like, listen, I don't appreciate it being called this, that, and the other thing because I'm trying to figure out what the heck you're yelling at me about. But it turns out that um, they never sent their deposit, and so they weren't actually booked, right? But the point of the story was responding before you're ready and allowing yourself the time to get ready, to be ready. And if you, in that state of trying to prepare yourself, you're finding that you're not wanting to reply, that's an indication that that's not something that you really want to do, right? And those are those little signs that taking that breather, that taking that rest allows you. Okay, and this is what's going to allow you to give more of what you have to the ones that you do choose to take. And by ones, I mean opportunities. Okay, and I'm kind of leaning towards business here, I've noticed. Okay, Empress. And, ooh, so this is the holding the momentum, emotional well-being. Okay. And this is why you aren't just taking any opportunity that comes your way. You're not just jumping on anybody's pogo stick that wants to work with you. Okay. This is why, because you are maintaining a frequency. You are in your Empress state, and your emotional well-being is so important to the holding of the frequency, to the balancing and the joy and the overflowing and the wheel turning in your favor. Like, the Empress is the key to it all. Okay. And I mean, let's just put her where she needs to be, and that's right beside the Emperor here. If we could build this thing together, stand this up forever, nothing's gonna stop us now. And if the world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna stop us now. Beautiful. And this is why, too, you're not just, yes, you're coming out of your comfort zone, but you're doing it mindfully, tactfully, dedicatedly, right? You know that you have a lot to give, you have extra. But things cannot be at the cost of your emotional well-being, right? And your nervous system is going to be a key component here. Your nervous system is something that you heal when you recharge, when you go within, okay? And you protect that energy, because it is what is attracting all of the things. Okay, I want to put this here because I feel like not only is this the protection that you are creating for yourself through the mindful movement of how the new rebirthed you interacts with the world, but also I feel like you are protected. There's a certain level of protection from being on a certain frequency. It's like anything really, really low vibrating bounces out of your vicinity because it can't exist on the same station, right? Just like death metal rock you can't hear that station when you're tuned into classic jams, right? Yeah, because some people, they'll see your light, they'll see your overflowing cup, and they'll just be like, hey. And it's not like they're threatening or evil or whatever. They're still in the window shopping phase of their journey. They haven't yet committed to the layaway process of, or I don't know where I was going with that. But this active involvement in their own healing, right? And so they're just looking. They just want to, fantasize about what it would be like. They're still on the outside looking in, being like, ooh, everything's sparkly and shiny in there. If I just stand here, I can, maybe I can see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, whatever. And maybe the window is because of that protection. Too many metaphors. My brain just exploded. Okay, let's go into, yeah, there's the overflowing cup splashing into all those around you with the liquid sunshine. The good stuff, the good stuff. The stuff these are all the cups that are pouring into this one cup, right? These are all your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And the Emperor and the Empress, divine union, counterpart, this is that balanced state within. This is the liquid sunshine. Coming in quickly and shining. So this Knight of Wands moving passionately, and this Queen of Wands in behind it. I feel like this is you being seen, shining, and it producing this energy, this movement, this passion. So whatever it is that you're doing, I mean, even if it's just, getting out into your community, or when you're at work, right? Just being a ray of sunshine in the day. It's producing an energy, a passionate energy here. And this is exactly the thing, right? This is what we want to cultivate. Where does it go? Maybe this passionate energy is what part of what you get from your dedication here. And by reserving your energy, by creating boundaries, it's like damming up those rivulets so that the main river has all the flow here. While you're in this suspended, rejuvenating state, okay, leading towards your joy and stability. And that means that you, as a shining, bright beacon, could be here, protected and overflowing. Protected and overflowing with liquid sunshine. Like, look at her portal is like a sunflower. She's got the protection of the lions by her throne. She's attached to her intuition with the black cat, and fertile. She's, she is the radiating sun. The sunflowers. Something beautiful about sunflowers is that when there is no sun, they face each other and share the sunshine within each other on cloudy days, and then they face the sunshine, and they're facing you. So you're the one that's shining bright. And this is why the things are, well, you're also an empress, so. Okay. Okay, cards. What else you got for us? Taking part in your world, letting go of the old, consolidating your energies. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. So I think that is the message, is just to be mindful of who and where your energy is going to, especially in your rebirth stage, in your infantile of the new self. Allow yourself lots of time, patience, preparation before making moves. Okay, this Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving, seemingly, but what he's doing is he's going within, checking in, making sure he's well rested, making sure his armor is completely good to go. Okay, we've also got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, and that's receiving your manifestation. So being in a powerful state of manifesting, as you are, because you're the Empress and the Emperor, and holding this dedicated frequency, your manifestations are coming in quicker than normal. And that's another reason why you can't allow drama or other people's stuff to affect your frequency, because it'll affect your manifestations, right? You get more of what you focus on. And so don't take on clients, people, places, and situations and things that are going to not like wreak havoc on your nervous system. Okay, because your nervous system is like the control command of the manifestator machine, and it runs on liquid sunshine. Well, it produces liquid sunshine. If you fill it with liquid sunshine, it will produce whatever you put into it. So make sure. And you are. This is why the wheel is turning in your favor, why you're getting access to sparks of inspiration and creativity, why you're stable standing and overflowing and, uniting your divine balance within and without. Some people as well. This is like, a divine union, a counterpart union. Your emperor coming in, offering themselves up to you. And you guys living the rest of your lives together. This divine contract here. Okay, we've got adventure. Meet Lion Yu. He is an adventurer, an explorer, a traveler, a seeker of lost worlds. He likes to feel the wind rippling his fur and the excitement of not quite knowing what he might discover next. It is time to leave the safe havens of your comfy home and routine and seek out distant shores and unknown lands. Widen your circle of experience and step into a different point of view. Home never looks the same from afar. Remember, the journey outward illuminates the journey inward. Live your life as a grand adventure. Okay, so that might be the forced vacation, right? Like when your boss is like, no, I think you need to take a long weekend, right? Don't just sit at home being like, oh, I should be at work. I have all these things I got to do. Go, do stuff, explore, step out of your norm, your usual. Okay. And then we have soulmates, you guys. We got soulmates. Meet Moon and Mirror. They are perfect reflections of each other. They have so much to teach each other and so much to learn. Just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, they reflect each other's light back at each other. They are both emanating and reflecting. Look around. Your friends and family are perfect reflections of you. They are in your dream, just as you are in their dream. A perfect paradox. So with each interaction, ask yourself, what do I have to learn from you? What do I have to share with you? What are you teaching me about myself? Remember, we are here to help each other grow. Aww. And as if that's not the Emperor and the Empress here, okay? And resilience. Meet Golden. He really knows how to absorb the sunshine, even after some rough patches. He has faced the lonely, hungry alleys, losing those he loved through both chance and betrayal. He allows his feelings of sadness, grief, disappointment, and failure to flow through him and pass as everything does. He is present with the fullness of life, the complete spectrum of experience. Even in the deepest, coldest night, there is a golden sun in his heart to sustain him. Trust in your resilience. Keep moving, keep accepting, and keep growing. The tide is turning. Okay? This is that keep shining. Keep smiling, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Okay. Yes, and with the mirroring thing and picking and choosing what you put your energy, who and what and where you put your energy into, some people reflect opportunities for you to choose yourself as well. And you may be mirroring back to them someone who chooses themselves. And that holds weight. It may not right away, but right, it's all about the planting of the seeds. Okay, let's ask the mushroom spirits to bless us with some message that adds, confirms our own intuition or messages that are already happening in this reading for us. We've got violet coral and community. Okay. 35. This is a mushroom that looks like it should be in the sea. Little is known about this rarity, except that it loses its color when picked and dried. It also changes color when it is old and dying. The violet coral card reminds you to be unapologetically you. Be who you are meant to be while you are here, and when you depart, your essence will go with you. It doesn't matter if you stand out as being different. Someone will always admire you for that. People who truly love you see you for who you are on the inside. I don't know about that sentence. No, it's a good sentence, but it's not a sentence. Okay, my what is it? Edit Nazi just kicked in. Your spirit, your soul essence is what makes you you. What you learn in each lifetime is carried through to the next and the next until you are a wise soul who has learned a lot of lessons and accumulated much knowledge during your time on Earth. Do you feel like you are not where you are meant to be? Maybe it is time to assess where you are at and where you need to be. Do you need to find your tribe, your community, somewhere you feel you fit in better? If so, start looking. Seek out others like you and with similar interests. If you're always loved the water, maybe it's time to make a sea change. Or is it possible that you are exactly where you are meant to be to make a difference? Rarely do we find ourselves in certain circumstances if we are not meant to learn something. Be true to yourself. And I was thinking about mycelium as I was shuffling, and mycelium is like that underground network. And it's what determines which fruiting bodies, which mushrooms pop up and where, right? And so if you are where you are right now, it's because you're meant to be there. Okay? Your energy is doing something, you're holding, you're clearing, you're learning, you're evolving, you're growing, whatever it is, right? All different mushrooms have their different functions. And this function is to be unapologetically you. So I have a garden. I live in a complex. So I have a building and there are 3 other tenants in my building. So the building holds 4 units. And I have one on either side of me and one of the middle units. And, my garden is like a lot. We have 20 by 10 gardens, or like backyard spaces fenced in. And as I was kind of, moving stuff around and stuff, I glimpsed through the fence and I could see that my neighbors had these beautiful purple bee balms growing. And, I was like, oh my God, those are beautiful, first off. And then also, like, they are never in their yard. When did they plant those? Whatever, right? Like, they're people who just never hang out in their backyard, which I'm grateful for because then they're not back there when I'm back there. You know what I mean? I mean, I have headphones on anyway, so I kind of drowned everybody out. But the point is that I realized that it was from my yard. My blooming, crazy oasis of a garden is overflowing into my neighbors' yards on both sides. And And then it kind of was like an eye opener for me. And it makes sense in this thing. Like, you have no idea how much effect you have on those around you just by doing you and being you. Right. And then even the neighbor on the end, when they look over into my yard, they are also seeing these beautiful purpley blue bee bombs growing along the fence beside my yard in the other person's yard. Right. Like, well, I just suddenly became aware and wanted to see what that view was like. Please take a picture so that I can see what it looks like, because I want to see. They just look so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I've never seen purple bee balm before. I don't even know if they're a purple bee balm. It just reminded me of bee balm, but gorgeous. Okay. Anyways, that was my spiel. And now we are taking way too long. I'm sorry. Okay, I will try and allow the quickening to happen here. There it goes. 16. It's just about to be like, maybe we won't do one of the crystal cards. And it's like, me, community. Ooh, look at that. That's interesting. Connection, friendship, and common goals. You are a spiritual being on a path of self-discovery. Observe with compassion the many souls simultaneously engaging in the sacred journey of life, with each person expressing their own ideas, beliefs, and perceptions. Learn from your shared connection with all walking this path and appreciate the contributions of each individual. There is much value to be gained from sharing with others. You are guided to join a group, volunteer your time, or seek out a new experience. Connecting with others of similar interests will enrich your life and support continued growth. You are a beautiful expression of divine energy that is celebrated, supported, and unconditionally loved. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's also really making me think of, at the beginning, we were talking about getting all of your parts together to get on the same page about what's going on, what's best for the company, you, right? And so you are your own community as well. And so this reconciliation, no, is it reconciliation? That word came out of nowhere. Maybe not, maybe not. This reconsolidating of your resources, your energy, your internal, um, we, as within, so without. So it's also valid externally, right? The people we do create connections with and share our light. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. After these, after these messages, it's like, what is it? I think it's Prime. It's like, welcome to your program that's not going to have any disruptions except this one, and then it shows you like 5 ads. Okay, let's just take those two. Shift and creation. The moment I'm willing to change my perspective, I can transform challenges into opportunities. Okay. And that is the value of hanging out and going within, checking, seeing things from different perspectives, right? And creation. That shift in perspective fuels your creations. Okay, there it is. There you have it. Almost forgot about the mic. I hope that there was some good stuff in there for you and that you take it with you and make it, bake it, or shake it, whatever you feel you got to do with it. And yeah, have a great whatever you're doing. Make it awesome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. The world needs more of you shining. So shine bright like a diamond. Okay, take care. Love you. Bye.